morning. Welcome to Backcountry Book Club, where I come to you live from the past with fireside field notes, mythological musings, roadside recipes, and something else. This morning, I'm going to show you my cookbook collection and tell you why McDonald's is fucking up our culture. Oh, this is Bruiser. Fuck. I haven't eaten McDonald's in about 2 years, maybe 2.5. Ever since I saw a video of IDF soldiers like throwing all their McDonald's wrappers all over the floor of some building they had just desecrated. The dangerous thing about McDonald's is that I think it really does represent American culture. It represents our capitalist nature to absorb everything around it, standardize everything into something methodical and mechanical and lifeless. All the meat you can get there is not meat. All the food you get is not technically food. It's an approximation of a memory of food that we have in this country. One of my main problems with this country is how much our relationship to food has been perverted, you know. The danger of calling McDonald's American food, though, is that there's so many kinds of American food. It's capitalist food. It's food that it doesn't fuel your body. It fuels a culture of speed and efficiency and meaninglessness. It doesn't fuel anything real about you. It's burgers, it's fries, it's barely either of those things, but there's plenty more foods and plenty more healthy or unhealthy foods that I think we are prouder of, and I want to share some evidence with you of a greater food culture outside of these fast food establishments. Recently occurred to me, many of you probably don't know, that I'm obsessed with novelty cookbooks. It's a bit of my weakness. I have many, but one of my weaknesses is that I will pick up any cookbook that I think says something about the culture of any group, organization, school, doesn't matter. I think novelty cookbooks are quite silly and fun, and you can find them at any thrift shop, basically. Any thrift shop or used bookshop. You can find lots of cool old cookbooks that have some sort of personality. You don't have to buy them, you can just look through as well. And, like, for instance, there were a couple that I did not buy at the last store I went to, because I did end up buying these 3. So I can't take all of them. There was this cookbook at the used bookshop I was at yesterday, and it had a series of recipes from a coal camp in Stone, Kentucky. The book had all these little recipes, many of them coming from canned ingredients and things like that. That's why I didn't get it in the end, because I thought, realistically, am I going to make any of these? Maybe not. But I mean, we talk about this in America all the time, how it's harder and harder to get quality food. And the working class has faced the brunt of not having access to good, healthy food for the longest time. But this coal camp in Kentucky, these people made a cookbook to say, here, this is what we're doing, even with the cans of food that we can have access to, like Crisco cakes and things like that. Just even without the best ingredients, even without the best tools, the best equipment, it's important to document the things that you're doing, or you're making, and what you're doing with your family, with your community. So I love that somebody documented this and said coal camp cooking is something most people will never experience. And they'll never experience the love of having people around them cook for them instead of going to some fast food restaurant. So here's what we grow up eating when people down the road will make stuff for you. And I just think that's beautiful. So there are cookbooks like this everywhere. I also saw a Firehouse cookbook called Can't Stand the Heat. which was not actually lots of hot recipes, but just a cookbook from firemen to share with their families, I suppose. This is what we make at the firehouse. Lots of kinds of chilies and things, and little desserts and all that. So I just think that's gorgeous. What a cool cultural phenomenon to make these little books. And I like these little ring-bound cookbooks like this. Just pages put together. It doesn't need to be sophisticated. It doesn't need to be bound in any special way. It's cultural preservation. It's important. People are proud of the things that they make. So I love that people put together cookbooks like this. My favorite cookbook I've got back home is the Swap Feet's cafeteria cookbook. The lady who runs the cafeteria at Swap Feet's, obviously during COVID, no one was in the office anymore, and she put together this cookbook for all the employees that said, now we're not in office anymore and I miss you guys, so here's all the things I would make you if we were in the office together. And I just think that's beautiful. Cooking is a form of community and a form of care that is it's not underrated, but I don't know if we talk about it and like theorize about it as much as we can or should. So here's me theorizing about the anthropology of cookbooks, and I hope you enjoy this little field note. I think, yeah, like they said in that cookbook, I mean, McDonald's and these chain restaurants are so dangerous because they standardize all this cooking. I mean, even Waffle House to some degree. I'm going and spending all this time at Waffle House. It's all the same food every Waffle House. So instead of getting all these little diners all around the country, you'll get this one standardized, mechanized food scape where you won't find much variety. You won't find all the life that came from the beginning of that process. It's been pared down to its most basic. Yeah, those are my anthropology thoughts for you on a little section of the bookstore that I always stop in. That I used to see that as clutter, and I bet people put these at the bookstore because they're clutter. It's like stuff you don't really need in your house, like your old high school language club cookbook. But in the end, it's a time capsule. It's a taste associated with a time. So thanks for joining. I'll see you next time. Stay frosty. So I'm going to show you this morning all of my cool novelty cookbooks. All of the novelty cookbooks that I've amassed on this trip so far. So I'll start with the most recent and just the coolest one. This is called In at the Deep End, Cooking Fish from Venice to Tokyo. This is I just couldn't help it. I wanted a fish cookbook. I thought I'd like to know some better ways to make fish. It's something I don't do enough. So this is just lots of good fish in different cultures kind of thing. Yeah, but so the guy who wrote this apparently did all of the design, all of the photography, and all the compilation of cooking. He said a passionate cook and a typographer, which I love. You can tell because all the fonts in here really, really display what culture is being represented. So I think that's just amazing. Nice work by Jake Tilson. I saw it at a thrift store for like $3 and I had to do it. Look at that. That's just nice. All these collage sort of imagery. Yeah, all this Japanese style typography in here. Just too good. So I want to use all these to start making some fish recipes at some point. But yeah, I had to do that. This, white trash cooking. I like when people see their own culture a little bit silly, a little bit funny. They don't take themselves too seriously. So I love that here you have chicken stew white, chicken stew brown, Pearl's chicken and cornbread recipes, Butt's gator tail, fried rabbit, broiled squirrel, fried squirrel. Yeah, just lots of good woodsy cooking here. And I love that there's lots of nice photography in here as well. Lots of imagery of the Deep South. Not even really related to food all the time, but it really sets the scene for where these meals are being had. And that looks delicious. So there's lots of this kind of thing in here. I just think it's a really nice cookbook. You know, it's called White Trash Cooking, but it's really put together with love, and you can tell. A great one, another great one. This one was the first one I picked up on this trip, and I had to. Yes, I'm collecting cookbooks here too. This is how you build a cookbook collection. You grab things like this that bring you joy, and this is true. International Flavors by the Language Clubs of Tucker High School in Georgia, 1975. So you can tell everything in here is typewritten, and we've got these really lovely, let's find it, really lovely little drawings written down, handwriting, just everything put together. A little compilation. I'm guessing all the students had to submit a recipe or two, and then everybody took home this book so that everyone in Tucker High School, all the language club students, they got to participate in the world. Where's my favorite? Oh, this is my favorite drawing here. This brick Eiffel Tower with the one little tree. This is the French class here. Just, I love the distress on all these typewritten recipes. It's gorgeous. I just love to think about this school project. I'm guessing it had to be a school project. Everyone putting together this cookbook together. Students were stressed about it. They were not excited about it. But then in the end, everyone got to take this home, and ultimately somebody dropped this off at a thrift store. Obviously not that precious, but it's precious to me. My favorite of the trip so far is this All American Peanut Cooking. I just love a funny cookbook with good cartoons. I find so many cookbooks have cartoon, additions to everything, or all the little illustrations are drawn really sketchy. I love that. Where did that go? Like Jake Tilson, obviously, with his amazing designy cookbook. That's too good, but things like this. Yes. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff in here. Marine's peanut seafood salad. This is main dishes through desserts. So all kinds of peanut dishes. And historical peanut facts. Amazing. Look at that. Oh, he's gorgeous. He's like Mr. Peanut, but he's Chef Peanut. Look at that. Look at these. Yeah, just check that out. Check out all these little guys. Ain't they cute? One day I'm gonna make something from all of these cookbooks. Maybe even on this trip I'll have to try. But yeah, $1. Amazing, what a deal. These are my cookbooks on this trip. I've been gathering all these little cookbooks. Let me know what your favorite cookbook is, and find me some good recipes. Find me some great cookbooks out there.